Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Turn the Page. I am your host, Janine, and this is Saturday Night Live with Buck, Uncle Buck, Buckshot, whatever you want to call him, but call him something kind. so, I'm so glad to see everybody is here tonight, and we're just going to start out having a conversation and see where it goes. I was just telling Buck he had a long day. Buck, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, mighty well, fine, whatever you want to say, but I am good.
Very well. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good too. A little bit on the tired side. And I'll tell you why that is and what I've been up to. I'm going to kind of show this to you, Buck. I'm thinking you might know what this is. You know what this is?
Yeah, those are tags to Wawa, so like reward points.
Yeah, so let me tell you, Wawa just made their grand opening down here in the South. So there was two that they built down here, and it was a big deal. They were giving away T-shirts. They're talking about their hoagies, and where are they originally from? Is it Jersey?
Yes,
Okay,
kind of like the Jersey Shore.
yeah. So I got all excited. I'm like, oh, I want to get over there and get their hoagie sandwich. But so I actually went there this morning, and I wanted to try their coffee, which I thought was really good. And the lady ended up giving me one of these reward things, which my coffee was free. But it was a lot smaller than I was thinking. I was thinking it's going to be like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's down here is this huge. It's almost like an amusement park to go into it. So they're going to start building seven more of them down in the South here. So they know where the money is. They know where people are spending,
Mm.
and so they're from up north, and it was a big deal, Buck.
Yeah, all those Northerners going down south, right? So they gotta know they know where the money is and where the people are going, right? So
Yeah, and of course, the only thing I didn't like is everything was self-serve with all computers. So I go in
mhm.
there and I'm like, all right, I wanted, it was real early. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, too early for a hoagie sandwich. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but they had these breakfast things you can order. So I go in there. It's like, you want a bagel? Yeah, sure, I'll take a bagel. And it had all these options. It's almost like forever ending, right? And there was a lady in front of me with her little kid. They were really excited. They got so confused by this computer thing. She goes, I don't understand this. She walked out. I got up there. Next thing I know, I'm just asking for a bagel, a little bit of cream cheese on it, nothing really big, and it's the cost is I'm already at $6 and I'm not even done through the thing yet, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I'm like,
Coffee and a bagel,
no,
$6.
just a bagel, and I wasn't even halfway done ordering it through the computer system that they had there. So I said, to hell with it. So I went over the register and I was going to tell her, hey, you need to get some people over to help us out because people are not understanding. I go, this is my first time here. But I was really excited. We've been hearing about this Wawa coming down here, and I can't wait. I am going to try the hoagie sandwiches because it's out of New Jersey. And it's supposed to be famous, right, Buck?
I mean, it depends. You are in the South, so I mean, every I there's a few chains that I come to down here, and it's just like, yeah, it's not the same. So I don't know. It's been a long time since I lived in New Jersey. You give it a shot, right? Everything's worth a try once,
Yeah, yeah.
and if it ain't worth it, the money or the taste wise, ain't right. You make your decisions
Yeah.
from there, but you don't know what it's like until you try it.
Exactly. So I gave it a shot. I still like Bucky's better so far, but Bucky's is out of Texas and it's huge down here.
No, I mean,
Um,
it is a great name, by the way. Anyway, so I mean,
yeah, and they have these little Bucky stuffed animal things. That
yeah,
I'm going to get one.
the little beavers, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm going to get one, and I'll put it back up here, real soon too. But
I
so,
gotta get one of those shirts next time I'm down in Florida on the way down.
oh, I'm sending you. Turn the page. I'm going to ship them out. So my show for Sunday is canceled only because we had to rearrange a few things in our personal life versus social media versus our social life, and I felt really bad. I was going to try to push back my show on Sunday, and that got canceled. So but I think the shirts will still go out on Monday. I think Colleen and you will be getting one. I never got one from DJ, her address or anything like that. So I'll talk a little bit about the bingo. You guys, I have about another dozen of those t-shirts. I've got knick-knack patty wax to give away, and then I also have three sponsors that will be helping promote this, and hopefully it'll get a little bit bigger. If you have a product out there and you want to come on to Turn the Page and also do a bingo with us and give away some products, you'll be basically helping out the bingo show here. But so Buck, before we get into anything else, I'll tell you what I did today, and I was so excited. I was like a freaking kid. They have the Trump boat uh, um,
Yeah.
rallies. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, today was the Trump truck rally, and if you had a car or anything else, and then we saw all kinds of vehicles in this thing. We got there. We were number 37. I think by the time we left, it must have been over 100, 150 vehicles that just had Trump. So the first thing, there was somebody else that was lost like we were. We were on the opposite side. We saw everybody on the other side of this road, and we couldn't figure out how to get there. And so we both pulled over both of our trucks, and my husband goes, "Okay, you guys follow me. I think I know where I'm going to go." And so we end up, making another friend out of it.
Hmm.
But here is what we looked like when we went to. I hope you can see this. Okay. Whoops. Can you see that? Okay.
Yep.
Whoops.
And you right there, and you match perfectly. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's the first time ever that Paul is being seen here. I've never
All is
showed.
being seen.
Yeah, it's the first time ever that I'm showing his face on there because he never really wants to be on there. But I just love the picture,
Yep.
and
Beautiful picture.
and so yeah, we stopped off. We down here they're selling Trump, and people. I was like a little kid just going, well, I was acting like Trump already won. I'm hanging out the window. We're beeping the horns. Everyone's beeping the horns, and we went there's three towns that we went through: Foley, Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach. If anybody's familiar with lower Alabama down here, you'll know Foley is got probably a little bit more blue collar workers, where it's more fun. People were lined up along the road rooting us. They all had their cameras on us. Then you get into Gulf Shores, which has a lot more money and not as many people. Then you get into the Orange Beach, which has a lot of money. Hardly anybody was out there. So we kind of turned around and said, okay, we're done with this. It was only one way down there. The sad part about this is they didn't have a place for everybody to congregate because it probably would have been over 200 people or more. But it was a big family event. I loved it, and I've got a lot of pictures. I got some videos that I don't want to show. A lot of people took because I look like a lunatic hanging out the window.
You probably was crazy Janine. Who's that crazy lady? Oh, that's Janine. We know her.
And not only that, I looked at it. I go, "Who's that old crazy lady?" It's
We're,
like,
we're all crazy. You
yeah.
know.
And I really felt like, so this guy that we're now friends with, we'll be meeting up with them and doing stuff later. We just enjoyed, their company and stuff like
Mhm.
that. It was so well. They basically got out of their truck, walked over to us, and goes, "I'm with my people." That's how people feel so strong about Trump, right? When you're with like minds. He goes, "I'm finally with my people." I
Yeah.
thought, wow, this is really cool because that's how I feel when you meet somebody else of like minds.
Yep. Exactly. And that's why I still go to like, the meetings, right? Because I get that same. You get that connection, right?
Yeah.
When and that's what I was saying the other day in there. I was like, we're all different ages, right? Races, creeds, religion, whatever you want to be, but we're all here for one goal, and that's to stay sober, right? And that's what we should all be now, is right? Is yeah, Trump is kind of like the figurehead, but we know he's just the a figurehead. It's up to we the people to you know save this country. To stop the child trafficking and all that other BS that people really don't want to talk about. Um, so when you get together with like-minded people that want change, good things happen, right? And we're been complacent for too long, and we shouldn't be sitting still while our country is getting drained by the tubes by people that don't care about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and we're getting closer and closer. I don't know how many days away it is, but Kearns, I'm sure you're going to be happy to know this. So people are saying that my picture I held up was really blurry. I'll try it one more time and not move it as much, but it's kind of hard to do this. So that's my husband. He's got a white beard. He's about 6'4", and I'm 5'4", and we've got matching shirts on. And I've got my Trump hat on. He's got his red MAGA hat on. And it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys were able to see that the second time. So now he's going to kill me not once but twice. So that's what I did, and we're
it's a
about
German. My dad was the same way, right?
yeah.
He was stubborn. I don't want to be on there. But then he's sitting there talking in the background. I don't want to be on there.
Yeah, he has a really deep, deep voice, and I've asked him to do voiceovers for me on videos when I used to do, recordings and then edit. I don't do any of that anymore. I don't have time for it. But yeah, so maybe one day he always says he wants to start his own channel. I go, what are you going to call it? He says, "Get off my lawn."
Yeah. Hold
And
on a minute.
okay, all right. So,
Unbelievable.
oh,
Sorry.
oh,
I
you
had,
got
I,
you
I
got
had,
coffee delivered?
yeah, only, yeah. The problem is it's the devil coffee, and I only got it because I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah,
The best
yeah.
coffee is free coffee, but I don't know. It's actually a green tea latte from the Devil Coffee Shop.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of
I
them,
I
a lot
don't
of
go
them.
I don't go there. There's no way I'm paying that much for anything. But she does the rewards and the whatever. I'm whatever. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Let's see here. I don't know what we were talking about here. So anyway, I was just kind of telling you guys about my event. It was a lot of fun, a lot of videos, a lot of my friends. It was, it wasn't, how do I put this? So when you meet really good friends, you get along with them good. The last thing you want to talk about is religion and politics. And I don't. I think one of my friends knows that I have a podcast, and half the time I don't even tell them the name of it. A lot of them just want to think I'm on Facebook. I'm my personal. They want to be friends with me on personal Facebook. I prefer not to go there. Buck, if I like you and I know who you are as a man, and then all of a sudden I find out that you like something that doesn't agree with me, I'm not going to hold that and judge that against you. I'm going to appreciate who you are in our friendship, right? And so I lately more and more it's been coming out, and I'm not the one saying it. People are now voicing their opinion about which party that they are affiliated with. And I had my one friend that knows which one I'm affiliated with is the one that's telling them, "Oh, you got to check out Janine's channel and stuff like that." And my Facebook no longer has any of the Trump stuff on it. I stopped doing that years ago when people were getting upset with me about the shots, for God's sakes.
Mhm.
So it's just I pick my battles is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Like certain pages, I put certain stuff on, right? Certain groups, I put certain group stuff on. My Facebook page is mostly like most of the quotes that I put on the whiteboard at the recovery center, and it's all uplifting, positive. I'm here to uplift somebody. I'm not here to alienate anyone. So I try not to put too much politics in there. If I do, if it is politics, it's something. It's more the lines of where everyone should agree on. You know, um, like the whole bread and circus thing I posted today about about how it's distractions. And so I put stuff like that on. That's something like our cell phones, right? Why they call cell? Because it's like a prison, right? That was one of so stuff like that I'll put in there. I try to stay far away from my Republic because we all know Republican and Democrat. They're both. It's the uniparty. They don't give a shit about either one of us. They only care about one in their own pockets for their family members, and we're just a little man. We're just the slaves, right? And work our asses off to live paycheck by paycheck, while they'll steal everything.
Yeah,
So and we all know the division, right? Division is what keeps us separated, and that's why I don't put Republican, Democrat, right wing. Two wings, the same bird, right?
right. And,
So
and that's just it. It's always if you're talking about division, we already know who started and who created it. And if we're out here doing our job, and if you guys looked at our thumbnail, I said on there, Janine and Buck are part of the Unity team, which was a picture right next to like superheroes, which was a meme that I grabbed out there. And if I'm playing the superhero in my life, if I imagine, okay, I'm Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is going to help people, uplift people, talk to people, not judge people. And believe you me, I'm not like this every single day. There's things that come out of my mouth that I surprise myself on, but I practice. I try to practice this. And like I said, I was talking to this one woman today, and she said, "Where are you originally from?" And I said, "From Illinois." I don't say Chicago, I say Illinois, and there's a reason for that. And I'll get around to that later. And she said, "Everybody I meet is from Illinois." Well, yeah, it's kind of like when I was in Arkansas, everybody was from California. It's just that the Illinois people came further down here, and they're all leaving. So when they leave, they made a conscious choice to get the heck out of whatever it was they were in, have a better life. And I don't sit there and ask them, did you like Dick Durbin back in the day? No, I just say, how are you doing? And you just make friends with them, and that's what we have to do.
Yeah, because there's a gentleman at my center, nice guy, right? But he does have Trump derangement syndrome, right? And it's really it's sad. Sometimes he brings it up in the chat in the room, but it's I still I still have love and compassion for him. He doesn't he's not as, let's just say, well detailed or well, like, not educated, right? But what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have the deep knowledge that we've been research, right? He hasn't done the research that we've had and have dug up to know what's true and what's not. Trump obviously runs people the wrong way because of his personality. But then you got to look at it. The compassion of me says, well, how would you act if you got constantly, if you were in Trump's shoes? Okay, people don't think of this. Okay, maybe he may be an asshole. I don't know. I don't really know the guy personally. Well, let's just say if you were put you himself in Trump's shoes and got constantly attacked, ridiculed, abused, right? Who knows? Who knows how many times they actually try to take him out already, which we already know it's been numerous times before they actually made it public. How would you act? I mean, I'd probably be an asshole too. But there's a reason why the military had asked Trump to run, and you know, and
Yeah, well, there is definitely a reason. For one thing, we all lost there's becoming more and more atheists, whether or not you believe in God, whatever you believe in, creator, whatever you want to label it. Then the other thing is we were all losing our way. None of us were paying attention. It was head down all the time. Just worry about how am I going to pay my bills. We've lost the whole basis of coming here and incarnating and learning about humanity. And that's, to my eyes, that's God's truth. And it's people were becoming very hard and cold and stuff like that. And so if Buck and I are all about being part of the unity team and being part of the Trump team, if you will, we're following his belief systems. At least I am. I don't want to speak for Buck, but I know that I am. And one of the things before I go any further here, Buck, there's a message out here for somebody who just lost their mother, and I want everybody here to just send a lot of love to Angel. She said she just lost her beautiful mother. I am so sorry, Angel. I know. Pardon?
I said my thoughts and prayers with you, Angel.
Yes, definitely thoughts and prayers, and with you, your mother, mercy on her soul, and your whole family. And she's being called for her next journey. And I'm so sorry to hear about this. There are other people out there just giving her a virtual hug, and it's not really a virtual hug, if you will. You put the thought and the energy behind something, you send it off like a text to another person. They're going to get it. They're going to feel it. And I did this a couple times with a few people on my show here. We're sending love to the people who need it. I'm so sorry to hear this, Angel. And thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah, thank you.
Just remember the good times. There's always the good times always outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
But we're with you. I know it ain't
easy. Yeah, I mean, I lost my mother and I was devastated. 6 months, 7 months later, I lost my sister. I was double devastated. Loss of a life, and it's taken me these many years. She's been gone. My mother's been gone about 8 years, I want to say now. And I dream about her all the time. I talk to her in my dreams all the time. I have that ability to do that. Not everybody can. A lot of people say, I don't, I wish I could dream about my mother. Just allow her to come into your heart. And, hopefully you'll have more conversations. Her body died. Her body basically was done. Right.
Yeah,
Buck.
we're all energy, right? Energy doesn't die. You know, our physical body, right? Our avatar, whatever you want to call it, dies, right? We all, the day we're born, our physical body starts, right, technically to die, but energy doesn't die. Uh, um, so it doesn't, you still love that physical contact, right? And that's why, I try to always remember the good parts, the good memories, because once you get that good memory, they're still right there, just not on the physical side where you can obviously you want to hear that voice, you want to get that physical contact, that hug. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're still around, um, just not on the physical part, is my belief.
Yeah, and don't forget anything that they're not emotional on the other side. So it's us that carries the emotional
Mm,
feelings about everything. And that's what I've been told, and I sensed it in when I read in Akashic records. I see records. I don't feel the emotions. I see the people. I can see sense of humor. I see a lot of other things with these energies that you're referring to, Buck.
yeah.
And some of them are a lot younger. They're not the age. If they died old, they're not old. They go to the age that they want to show you where they were the best in their prime, whatever it might be. So that's a little bit about that. Hula Hoop is saying out here, and I'm going to get to Kearns in a minute. I just want to kind of talk to everyone. We're having a conversation with everybody out there. How's Rumble doing out there? It says, I dream about my dad. He has never left my heart. They don't leave your heart. And when you leave,
They're right there
the
waiting
energy,
for you.
pardon?
They're right there waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let's see here.
For me, like some of the things I like that comfort me is what if you ever watch like the near death experience people. Um, I mean, some of the things that you just can't explain, right? There's been numerous documentation of people, right, physically dying, legally, clinically dead, and right, Janine, and you come back, and the stories that you hear and people confirming them, to me, resonates more with we just disappear, you
Yeah.
know?
No, I was on an operation table, and I left. I
Yeah.
basically left, and it was my
Mhm.
nephew that came back, and he didn't believe them because I was there talking to him. He's going to take me home the next day. It was tough overnight, and I woke up probably happier than I had ever been in my entire life because I know where we go and I know what happens. And then it happened a second time. So, they had messages for me, and I'm always praying. What do you want me to do now? Where should I be? And it's interesting if we just sit and be quiet, we'll get the answers. So let's see here. Kurtz is talking about energies, how everybody's feeling. He's feeling the last few days that the energies have lifted, and I do too. People are feeling a lot lighter. Buck, how you've been feeling?
A little lighter myself. I haven't been taking but haven't been able to take my naps before work, which is kind of odd because usually or if I didn't take a nap around 10, 11 o'clock, I'd start like getting heavy eyes and the whole bobblehead, at around 10, 11 o'clock, 2 hours before my shift's supposed to end. But I haven't felt that way, I don't
More
know.
energy.
Yeah. You know, my throat has been itchy. Could be from the energy too. I mean, you look at the Schumann resonance for the last week or so, it's just been crazy. Um,
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
else feeling the same way?
Yeah, it looks like there were a couple of other people that were saying some things. I'm trying to check. I got Rumble open today. Yay, yay, yay! And I'm trying to follow it. I see Joey G56 is out there. Hello, hello to him, and Carol Marine is out there. Yeah, so I missed saying goodbye by 2 minutes. Her heart stopped. You know what? It's not a miss. It's
Mm,
all planned for a particular reason, and Angel. That's just it's interesting because everybody thinks that they have to literally say goodbye, and you'll have still have more plenty of time to do that. When did she
mm,
pass? If I can just ask, I just kind of curious about that, Angel. You don't have to say anything, but I think you put in there earlier she just passed. So if it was it today, there was also in which I'm feeling more and more sensitive than ever, Buck. I don't know about you, but I was listening to the news,
mm.
and there was a famous hockey player out of New Jersey that died. Did you see that?
I did see that. Yeah, him
It
and,
broke.
and him and his brother both got killed by a drunk driver.
Yes, by a drunk driver. So there's a car in front of them that's going slow because these guys are on the bike. It's starting to get dark out, and the guy behind him thinks he's going to pass this other guy, and he takes off. He kills this hockey player and his brother. Not only that, my heart is just aching for this family. They were going to stand up in their sister's wedding. And so the younger brother has a baby on the way, and the other one has got maybe a 1 or 2 year old baby. Every person at that party was affected by this. The domino it affected by somebody that decided to have 5 or 6 beers and
Yeah,
couldn't wait. Because this car in front of him was going too slow, and then and top it off, they show they record everything when you go to jail, and the guy sitting there, he's being accused of taking 2 lives, and they say to him, "Well, you have to stay in here for 72 hours, and it's not until next Thursday because of the
the
holiday,
holiday.
blah, blah, blah." And he sits there and goes, "I got to be here until Thursday? Buddy, you're not going anywhere."
Yeah, you just freaking killed two people
Yeah.
because
And he's,
your stupidity.
yeah, because he was impatient on the road. He's an impatient in the jail.
Mm,
Wow. All that I got to say is people slow down. You think that your life is bad, and then you turn around and you do something that you're not even conscious of what you're doing, and you decide to get behind a wheel and drive. My heart was just breaking and watching this beautiful family being torn apart because of this.
yeah, anytime it's quick and unexpected, it's that's the hardest, right? Because it's unexpected. Um, you know, never makes it easy, right? I always try to look on the bright. It's still kind of the bright side for me. You I can't. I'm in charge of how I feel, right? Um, all I could do is technically still you can still talk to them. They're right. Did instead of not being able to pick up the phone or physically talk to them now, they just you won't. They'll give you signs without talking to you. You know.
Oh yeah, so Carol Marine is saying, or were they taken out? Now, Carol, let's talk because I had Buck. This came to me. It really did. And there were one was a soccer player and one was a hockey player. I didn't know the other one was a soccer player. So this thought did come to me. So when these thoughts do come in, the first thing is my heart is out there. I'm emotional. I'm like, look at this family. This poor sister no longer has two brothers. They're going to stand up. They've got babies on the way, babies that are born and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, this thought came in: was this drunk driver at MK Ultra to do this? Where the insanity of what we have been taught, what's going on out there. And Carol Marine is saying, or were they taken out? Why would they take them out? I don't know enough of the story to understand it, but it's kind of how do I put it? I don't want to say it's morbid or anything like that, but for us to not mourn the loss of what had just happened, what would this famous hockey player have done in hockey, a professional team, to want to have someone take him out, right? Is it he was 31 years old? There's more to the story, and I think that's what Carol Marine is basically saying. There's more to
I
the
mean,
story out
well,
there.
what we do know out of probably most of all the sports, soccer is probably one of the most corrupt sports. right? It's the most. It's obviously the world's famous sport because everyone plays it. Everyone loves soccer except the United States. But maybe his brother was the target, and two birds with one stone. Take out both witnesses. Um, it could very. I mean, it's tinfoil hat, right? But
Well,
in this tinfoil hat age, anything's possible.
yeah. So Carol's got another statement, and I love this because Carol, you're opening yourself up here. She says the same as Hollywood. I've been doing my research on Hollywood. Okay, if you go back, and you guys, I don't know how old that you are. If you go back and you look at the times of Debbie Reynolds, Shelley Winters, all of them, they didn't make a lot of money. Okay, it was power struggles in their generation. The ones that became very corrupt that you're talking about, it's not all of Hollywood, and we can't be saying it's all of Hollywood. There was selected a network of people that you're talking about the really bad stuff. Okay, there were ones. Do you guys know Shelley Winters? How she died pretty much penniless in a house. They all had mortgages. They only get paid like $100 to be interviewed on certain shows. It was the 80s and the 90s is when I think that they built this network up so much, and you started to see like these people were now living in mansions, grand mansions in California, and they had everything, right? It was so my research is showing this. A lot of them walked away. They just walked away. Old people. Look what I did a show about a week or two ago. And I'm trying to think of her name, where nobody even knew who she was when she walked into a coffee shop. She was famous forever because she's old. They just toss them aside, right? And that's what they do. It doesn't matter, but I'm thinking it's the last, 80s, 90s, part of 2000 for the music industry. I don't think it was all of Hollywood. We can't tag it all because if you look at Kevin Sorbo, he played Hercules. He heard of the stuff. He wasn't part of it. And I've told a lot of stories about this. Pardon?
Dean Cain's another one.
Yeah, they kind of went to the religious side. So when we sit there and we peg them all within a group, I think it's a little shallow on our end to do that.
Yeah, what was I gonna say?
Yeah, so anyway. Carol's saying more so in the last 40 years, and I truly do believe that it is from it goes. So 40 years ago is like the 80s already.
And what's crazy? The reason why they end up broken penniless is because agents take the majority of the money. And who owns all the agencies?
Yes. Well, it started out with what's his name? Mayer was in charge of Hollywood. He became famous, the richest man in the world at one time. He came from Ukraine, and then it was all the Jewish people from World War II that went over. They changed their last names, and that's how it just they took an illusion. They made it big. If you weren't Jewish, you weren't part of it, so on and so forth. I still one day will get around to putting all my thoughts together on that with that. I do want to kind of address Angel out there a little bit. She says, Janine, my mom's heart stopped. I ran into her and I was kissing her. Did she know I was there?
Absolutely. In my opinion, because like I said, they're everywhere once they leave the body.
Yeah. So once you actually do leave, you have an option to, it's not an option. How do I put this? My understanding is you look around, you observe. A lot of times you're trying to figure out, okay, why does my energy feel a lot different than because I'm not in my body anymore? And then either you will need to have a conversation with whomever that you're having a conversation with, and then you make a decision on whether or not to go back into that body. And it could be unfinished business is one reason why you would not. But then they actually have you have a contract with family members and so on and so forth that this is going to help them with their whether it's a karma life experience, whatever it is that you had signed up for to come into this life with. And I truly do believe that. I don't have all the answers to all of this, but I know that reading enough of the Akashic records. Now, let me just kind of tell you this is that I usually when I read the records, I am reading like I would read Buck. I could read his father very clearly. You start going back into other generations and other lifetimes and stuff like that. The energies are somewhat the same, and residual energies will be brought over until this lifetime. I can see that very clearly, and that's based upon a record that was created and has not been closed, but it's still out there. And then that's where I kind of go into and I ask for help, and I'm asking for help from teachers, various guides, if you will, and your loved ones. They're the ones helping me with this.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, I know sometimes the easiest thing to do is talk to somebody who's going through it, what you're going through, because
Yeah.
if anyone's going to teach you how to, like in the recovery room, the only person who's going to show me how to recover is somebody in recovery. So the only one that's going to be able to help you, guide you through, is somebody that's been through what you're going through. And,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
just get it out, talk it out. You talk to your mother, she'll hear you, and she'll give you the guidance you need to, you know.
So Carol Marine is saying she feels like there were a lot of athletes out there and actors that were pushing back and will be taken out if they do not comply with the narrative. I kind of think we're beyond that. I kind of think a lot of that it's already been taken care of. And if they were going to talk more, let's just say that some of these hockey players or football players or basketball players known about certain things that were being done to the littles, if you will, and everyone talks about what's his name, Paul, the guy, the race car driver, that what's his name, Paul?
Schumacher, not
Huh?
Schumacher.
No, I can't think of his name. Anyways, he was the one that got into a car wreck, a beautiful car he got into in his life. Paul Walker. Thank you, DJ. That's my girl. So DJ is saying it's Paul Walker, and whether or not that was planned for him to be taken out to help on this side, who knows? Somebody starts these things. We don't know. And, it's real interesting. A lot of people, said a lot of things about like Debbie Reynolds and her daughter, Carrie Fisher. They didn't die. They're part of this thing here. I think that Debbie Reynolds was probably on the way out, and her sister, not her sister, but her daughter, was had a bad heart, whatever it might have been, and they just happened to go within a day of each other. Sometimes we need to take a look and just accept some things, and not everything has to be such a drama.
Yeah, because we all want it to be black and white, and sometimes it's gray. And
yeah, if we still have a lot of questions, if we're still questioning things. So people are saying Paul Walker is playing Vance, right?
I did see one picture in comparison that it did look they were the same height, right? Because we know at that one rally, Vance was almost as tall as Trump, when we know in real life he's not.
But that's just height. That's just height. That could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
All right, so give me more. All right, I'm gonna play.
I watched Mission Impossible. I've seen what they could do with mask and voice things. They show us in movies. It's just up, but I'm just, if it is, it is. If not,
Who starts this, though?
We'll
Where does this come from? That's my first question. Okay, so it came from XYZ, and was he an influencer, or what is he? Is he just somebody that's causing trouble to get you like mentally effed up in the head?
It's the clicks. They want the clicks, and they don't care if it's BS. I mean, I see so much crap on X and Telegram, and it's like certain person keeps on posting Mr. I don't know if anybody watches Mr. Pool or follows the Mr. Pool channel.
I just saw somebody calling him out as bullshit.
Please don't. But I've seen so many posts in the past where this Mr. Pool is posting dates. Now, it might be happening in the background, but if you see a date come and go and you don't see what they promised happening, don't fall for it. I mean, I don't like being lied to, and I just
So Buck, if I were going to tell you Buck, you've been looking at the sky and you think that it's been blue, and really the sky's always has been orange. You just didn't see it right. Okay. And so the first thing that you're going to say is, I
I
know
see
that
blue. I see blue.
yeah, I see blue. And then you have to basically say, play 20 questions. How do you come up with this thing is orange? Just because you say it and you're adamant and you're very, feel strongly about it. And that's what basically, I don't want to go there, but a lot of people have been messing around with a lot of minds in the last 4 or 5 years, trying to trip up everybody. So we're at this point right now that I think that the veil, the vibrations, the energies are very strong. There's a lot of sick people out there where all that we want to do is help everybody that's out there. We want to make America healthy again. Those are the places that we need to have our mind. We need to be able to say, all of a sudden, Pfizer is now saying they have ways to help you with diabetes and cancers and all this other stuff because they know that we're awake.
Yeah.
And they've always known that it's something very simple to help, take out whatever it is, in whatever, wherever it's going. Instead of worrying about, if somebody came up to me and said, I really do believe that the sky is orange, Janine, I'd say, well, bless you very much. I've got things to do and I'm moving on, because you're a waste of my time and you're a waste of oxygen.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, if they see it's orange, okay, well, that's your perspective of it's orange. My perspective is blue. Either we both need to get your eyes checked, or one of us needs to get ours.
So Dantese has a statement out here. Hey, D22, how are you? Coming to America was the best at showing you what a skin mask and bodysuit could do to deceive you and tell you that was Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Coming to America. I got to look that up, Buck.
Yeah, I haven't watched it because I just don't watch really much movies anymore. But yeah, you can probably pull it up on YouTube and pull up a couple of clips. But even the first coming to America, you kind of had an idea it was them just because of their voices, and you known them from their stand-up comedy. You could put the voice together. But even in the first coming to America, it was the masks were realistic.
Yeah.
And that was what, like the 90s, late 80s or something?
Go ahead. I actually have to turn on a light here. It's getting real dark.
No, go ahead. But that looks like that's the first one. The first coming to America. Let me see.
So there's a second one then.
Yeah, there's a second one. No, okay. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. Yeah, first coming to America was 80s, and those masks look real back then. And then of course you have Mr. Doubtfire. I mean,
oh yeah. Okay, I cannot play the sound on this. This is just a trailer on this. So we'll see. Hold on a second. It's probably a commercial here.
You gotta love the commercials.
There it is. So it's The King is Back?
Yep.
All right. I don't think I've seen the two.
Nope, I haven't. He said from the barbershop scene.
Yeah, so he's the first coming to America to early 80s from the barbershop scenes. Okay, so you guys, if you want to look that up, there you go, Parliament Pictures. Let's see what else he's saying here. That's not the second one. The first coming to America. I don't know.
Yeah, he's talking about the barber scene. He's talking about the first barber scene from Coming to America 1.
Oh,
those masks. But even in the oh, so yeah, that's what he meant. I think he was talking that. Yeah, that's what he meant. The first Coming to America, with the body suits and the mask. So yeah, that was in the 80s. You know.
Oh yeah. 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 Eddie Murphy can play multiple
That's
roles.
Arsenio right there, and that was Eddie Murphy. That was Eddie Murphy too. And I think I can't remember if that other guy was Arsenio, that guy right there talking, but that was Arsenio. And nobody would have thought the white guy is Eddie Murphy either.
D22 says they were arguing over Rocky Marciano and Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
I got to see that movie. I don't know why. Yeah, hopefully it'll come up on there. Let's see.
Yeah, how many people thought this white guy was Eddie Murphy? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy here, and he's dark skinned, but yeah, you basically, a lot of people.
That's Cuba Gooding Jr. in the barber chair. That's how young he is.
So, Kearns is saying Big Mama's House. Yeah, there's just so many movies there. That's a classic. Buck is saying classic example, definitely. All right, let me stop with that and come back to you, Buck. Yeah, it's real exciting. So let's see here. What else do we have? Did you want to talk about? You were mentioning RFK, something with RFK.
Oh, the new ad, his new ad that he put out. I don't know if you want me to show it, but I have to go.
Yeah, Laura's just saying there's really a lot of movies out there. The problem is that, we're all going through the age of Pisces and everything was an illusion. So we believed everything. So now we're moving into the age of Aquarius. What does that mean? Is that we're going to be able to, see things at a much here. I got it, Buck. Yeah. You want to, is there sound?
There should be. Now tell me if you hear it.
This conjunction of a military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. Yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise.
This country will do whatever must be done to protect its own security and that of its allies.
General, we got a message from Khrushchev which said that he would withdraw these missiles and fighting. We would not plan to invade Cuba.
Now the time has come for this nation to fulfill
a country is as strong really as its citizens. And I think that mental and physical health, mental and physical big go hand in hand.
A great change is at hand. And our task, our obligation, is to make that revolution, that change, peaceful and constructive for all.
Running shadows, damn your love, damn your life.
President Kennedy has been assassinated.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again.
The time for debate is over. The time has come to unite. We are a strong and we are a courageous people.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States. I do not run to oppose any man, but to propose new policies. Policies to end the bloodshed in Vietnam. Policies to close the gaps that now exist between black and white, between rich and poor. I run for the presidency because I want the Democratic Party and the United States of America to stand for hope instead of despair.
My thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible?
Break the silence, damn the dark, damn the light.
If you're going to do anything important with your life, there's going to be a hero's journey where you go through the valley of death. You feel you're completely alone. When my uncle was president, everybody was talking about Camelot. And I ended up reading a book about Camelot called The Once and Future King. It gave me the capacity to process pain in a different way. The trick to life is to not have expectations, but just to know what your duty is and to do it. You become relentless. Nobody can defeat you.
Tonight, I'm very pleased to welcome
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Don't you want healthy children? And don't you want the chemicals out of our food? And don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
Okay. So, did you guys pay attention to the song that they were playing, "Running in the Shadows"? And that was with Fleetwood Mac, I believe it is. I think that's who sang it, or there was a couple same people, different group names, but you pay attention to that. Why would they play "Running in the Shadows," Buck?
I wonder why. I mean, they did say Robert Kennedy Jr. Now, if I'm not mistaken, once the father dies, don't they take Junior away?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But a lot of times, because it's been known as Junior for so many years, they'll continue to say it. So I don't know if that holds any weight with me on that argument. But hey, I'm here to play devil's advocate with anybody out there. If you want to prove me wrong, I'm willing to listen to it. But you're right. It is true. So once a senior is gone, there's no longer a junior. But when they've been known for the last 70 years as a junior. So let's see here. Currents, is it Currents that was saying this? No, I'm going to go back up to Don Tazy. He says the Challenger explosion hoax was the first time they used CGI way before 9/11. The Challenger looked way more believable than 9/11, and that was in 1983. Not only that, have you guys been listening that they're actually honoring somebody from this this Challenger that supposedly died? They're holding some memorial dedication to this person that we've seen pictures. Now, I have seen pictures of people that what they look like in the Challenger before they went up, and then how many years later? What year was it? I remember that. I do remember. It's been quite a few years.
Yeah, the ones that are teachers now.
Yes, all of them that have become professors or teachers and have gotten some really good jobs out there. Yeah, and so I compare the pictures. And they basically say, oh, there was a twin brother to one of them. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit is all that I could say. There's just so many coinkydinks that you can have. All right, let's see what else we have out here. Let's see what else you see out there, Buck. I thought I saw somebody else.
Not at the moment. I was wondering if I can actually, if I had that picture real quick of the Challenger astronauts and then the Challenger photos after.
Uh-oh, we lost him. All right, he'll come back. Buck, I know his Wi-Fi was getting a little bit weak when he was playing that one video. We'll see. We'll wait for him to come back in here. Rhonda B says, reminds me that they faked that explosion. Yes, they did. And, they showed where the exit was. Somebody dug this all up. So now this story, I truly do believe. Well, we're waiting for Buck to come back. I just want to let everybody know that I am continuing to do some of these bingo shows. And you guys say, bingo? Yeah, it's fun. I talk about current events and I give away like Turn the Page t-shirts. These are brown t-shirts for the fall. You'll get one. I've already given away 2 of them. They're going to be shipped out on Monday. I'm also looking for sponsors. So if anybody is doing energy work, if you've written a book, whatever it is that you may do, you want to come on, Turn the Page, and you want to, donate your services or any, anything that you think will help somebody in a healthy way, make America healthy again. We'll just reach out to me. Here's my email if you need that, and I'll bring you onto the show. So right now I do have, I'm just taking a moment. I'm going to bring Buck back in here. I do have 3 sponsors. One is Hula Hoop, and Hula Hoop this is the way Hula Hoop, I worked it out. She's giving away the foot baths, as most of you may or may not know. She has a healing center in Atlanta. Also, she makes her own soap for her own family. She doesn't sell it, but she was willing to do that, to give away, I think, 3 of these foot baths. So it's really cool. Pardon?
Thank you, Hula and Dr. Ken.
Yes, and also too, I did finally reach out to Lance. I was looking for his products here. Oh, they're right behind me. So I'm going to be giving away, if you guys can kind of see this, I'm going to kind of take this camera here. And there, I'm going to kind of point it here. So I'll remove this Trump money that I have. So we have pine needle extract. That'll be a gift. I have some Ascent. This is the soap. Let me see. Where's my banner there? I'll put it on the bottom there. It's the Wild Harvest soap that Lance is going to donate. Lion's mane and the Argacon mushrooms. And then also too, I happen to have in my Knick-Knack Patty Wax, whatever this is, this wash that everybody. Yeah. So this neutral wash is supposed to be helping people at the cellular level. And then I also have a lot of other things. I have pyramids and stuff that I will also be giving away throughout the bingo. But I am looking for some sponsors out there. So if like I have Jackie that was supposed to be on my show tomorrow. I think she's going to give away some nutritional products or even a healing. We're not really sure yet. We haven't nailed it down yet. Well, the Energies hasn't like talked to us, I guess. So yeah, so you guys join in the bingo. You got to watch the whole show, and then it comes in at the end. And I'm doing that just to basically get more and more people aware of this, and talk about healthy things too. So, Buck, did you ever see my legalized marinara shirt?
I did. I watched your show the other day.
Yeah.
And at first, I got excited when you said it at first. I was like, "What? What?" Oh, marinara. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I said it 3 times. Legalized marijuana. And then I watched the show and I said, I don't edit, so I'm going to leave it in there, but it is legalized marinara. And it's an Italian restaurant real close to me. All of the waiters and waitresses were wearing this. And I said, where do I get one of those t-shirts? And they're like, you got to go out here, And so I'm like, okay. And so I bought one. And it is probably the closest Italian food back to home that I could say. They do have Italian cookies. So, Buck, I'm going to be making my own Italian cookies because I refuse to pay the prices that they charge.
I'm with you. I made Pignoli cookies last week.
Pignoli, what are those?
Those are the almond cook. It's an almond. It's basically almond paste, sugar, egg whites, and pine nuts, and that's it. And they're when you make them, they're soft in the middle. They're so good. Those are expensive too, which is why I'd rather just make them. Because the almond paste is expensive, and the pine nuts are expensive. So they want so much money. And when I was in Florida last time, my mom made them, so she showed me how to make them. Real simple, and it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, so this is interesting. I go on YouTube to. My mother wrote a couple of Italian cookbooks, and believe it or not, I don't have one. I know my niece has one. I haven't seen them. I don't know why. For some reason, I had it or never gotten it, or she's probably held on to one and she moved out of state and said, I'll give it to you when I seen you. And it just didn't happen. So I'll go on YouTube and I'll look up Italian cookies or something like that. And I found this guy, his name is Joe, and he's actually making these biscottis, right? They're almond biscottis, and making the paste and all this other stuff. And he's telling you how to do it. And I thought, wow, how come I never seen this guy before? Well, this video was 10 years ago. And then I fast forward to see what was current with him. And then he comes on and does a short video. He says, I've traveled to Italy. I have family here, and I go back and forth, and I'm now moving to Florida but I've been very sick with blood clots. And I'm like, he had to get the shot, right? He had to get the shot to get to Italy. Italy was probably worse than.
Well, Italy.
Watch what you say, Buck. Watch what you say, because we're on YouTube.
It is a lot work. It was like mandatory there, wasn't it? So I think they were the country that had them possibly the most, but. The good thing is there are stuff you could take, right?
Yeah,
it's got some great stuff you could take. There's a lot of stuff out there other things you could take. It's just you got to do the research,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So PJ Tucker, if you can tune in, I'm doing shows on the bingo mornings, afternoons. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and possibly Fridays. Sometimes Sundays. It all depends on my social life here, and so I just wanted to let everyone know you're going to win something. Everybody will win something. Buck, I didn't show you this. I don't know if you've seen this the last time, but I hope you can see this. This is some Trump money that somebody sent me.
Oh, there's a little Goldie there.
It's fake, but it looks real.
Yeah. Somebody sent me, well, I actually won it on Grassroots Warrior channel on Rumble, another good channel. They had like a same thing, like a marathon, and I won a $2 Trump thing. Let me see.
All right. So while he's looking for that, let's see here. Thank you, PJ. PJ Tucker says, and now they're referring to now they have to turn the page. This is a very common saying, and yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to get around. What is this? $2. Trump's head. Whoa, nice. You got it. You got it.
I won this in the Grassroots Warrior marathon. They were giving away, and I won this.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? So I don't know what the back looks like because I haven't opened it. So yeah, I was able to lucky enough to win that, which is kind of cool.
So it looks like Joey G's going to Chicago next week. Why didn't you go when the DNC was there, Joey G? Joey 5G, is it? Joey G 56.
That's Joey G.
Yeah, it's your Joey G, not my Joey G,
it's
right?
my Joey G. He's going to go visit his daughter next week. That's where she lives. Well, he must be going to see his. I think that's the only one he knows that was there.
Yeah.
I don't think he would go to. I don't think he would go to Chicago for any other reason. Maybe for the pizza, but.
Yeah, so there's a guy out there that goes around. He's from like New York, Jersey, something like that, going around, and he goes to all these big cities to test out their pizza. And so he goes into Chicago, and he's in these little towns that I know about where I grew up, and he's saying his pizzas really sucks. Well, he's going for the thin crust. Chicago is known for the pan pizza, right? The thick stuff. And it's very filling. We don't eat it because it's too filling, but we know the right places to go to, like Little Sicily's, and Schaumburg has the best ever. And so he's going to some of these pizzas places, and he takes a bite out of it, and he goes, "That's the last time I'm coming to Chicago. They have got why do they even call it pizza?" He's getting all upset. I'm like, I wanted to jump into the TV and wring this guy's neck. I'm like, you're not even tasting or testing the right stuff, dude. That's how protective I still am of my roots.
He's from Boston. What does he know? Piano, whatever his name is. Just because you have a business and you could pretend you want to be like a pizza tester.
Yeah.
We all know that New York pizza, you got the best pizza.
That's what Joey G56 is saying. He's saying I prefer New York style. Buck, do you know I've never had New York style pizza. Never.
Yeah.
Where do I get it? Where do I get it?
Huh?
I got to go to New York, right?
Yeah, you can go to probably any pizzeria there and get a decent slice of pizza.
No, that ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. I prefer not to go there.
I don't blame you. If we could just when we get our when we could teleport, or you could just go in and out, just enter the pizzeria and then walk right out. You don't have to spend no time in it, just in the pizzeria and go home. Right, like the booth. You go in a booth and you come out.
Yeah, so Mary Jean was saying that she had it in Buffalo. Believe it or not, I think I went to upstate New York or Buffalo, maybe. I'm trying to remember where the heck I went up that way once. I didn't go to New York, and somebody had to tell me to try this hot dog that had chili and all this stuff on it. It was like, Chicago has, first of all, their hot dogs, you do not ever put ketchup on it. My generation knew that. My nieces and nephews, they eat it with ketchup, and I just go, oh man. I always tell them your ancestors are turning over in their graves, and so a lot of tradition gets lost along the way. So people are going to eat the way that they want to eat, but I can't remember the type of. Was it like Coney Island hot dogs? Is that what they call it, Buck? Do you know?
Sort of. I mean, you have Nathan's that's been out in Coney Island forever, but me personally, the best hot dog is the Sabrett. They're hard to find. Then the Sabrett hot dogs. To me, those have the. If I'm going to eat a hot dog, I don't eat hot dogs much anymore. But if I am eating a hot dog, it's gonna be soubrette, and I don't put too much stuff on it. It's gotta for me the Gudin's spicy brown mustard with sauerkraut. Yeah, Janine. And then the other one, which is it reminds me of Yankee Stadium. It's red onion sauce, which is made by Sabret. It's like diced onions, but it's in this red chili sauce with the spicy brown mustard and the potato stick fries. Those are potato sticks on top. And that is delicious. Mm-hmm.
Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
But I only bought hot dogs about a week ago only because they were on sale, but I don't eat hot dogs anymore.
All right, back to the news, Buck. We've got Kearns over here who's being very serious with us, and he says, forget the food. He says, you guys see the video of the military using New York hotels as military barracks 3 days ago? I didn't see it.
Nope, but I haven't been watching too much news lately. I've been hanging out with you fine people.
Yeah, no kidding. You've been really busy. Let's see here. There's someone, D22 is out there saying, I eat my hot dog plain or with ranch and Louisiana hot sauce. No diddy.
Hot sauce.
It all depends on what part of the country, what your roots are, where you come from. I'm telling you.
Hey.
Let's see. I saw something earlier. Somebody was ordering. Yeah, Lori's ordering pizza out. Now we're going to ask, what are you putting on it, Buck? What do you put on?
On what?
Well, where is she from? First of all, we got to find out. Is it Lori's? Is that how you say her name, Lori's?
Yeah.
Lori's, what state are you in? And so that way we'll get an idea.
She's in Canton, New York, which is upstate.
Who?
Upstate New York, Canton.
Is she the one that's from that lived down here where I'm at? Because there's somebody in the they know all about like Gelato Joe's where I got this T-shirt. I don't know if that's her or not.
No, nope. She's in Canton, New York. Which is
she says Illinois. She says Illinois.
Huh?
Okay, where are you ordering from? I know Illinois. So where are you going to order from? Illuminati's.
Julia, did you just say that on here?
No, not.
Yeah, we know it's the pizzeria, but we don't know what AI is going to think.
Lamont. Oh, now you get it. Okay, Poor Boys. What? What's Poor Boys? Is that the name of the pizza? That's not a pizza place.
I don't know.
All right. Let's see here. Somebody is saying.
Yeah, I'm eating at Carol's too. Organic roast chicken with roasted vegetables. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we had that yesterday.
It always comes back to food with us. What the?
I don't know, but we got something in common with everybody out there. So everybody, tell me what's your favorite dishes. So we had baked chicken, and then we had the roasted potatoes. And my husband doesn't really care for the potatoes too much, but he tried it. And he goes, "Why don't we have this more often?" Well, I don't always cook, but when I do it good.
Yeah, my brother gave me a good recipe for chicken, but it's got the chili sauce on it. With red onions, the butter, the paprika, all those seasonings, and with the red onions and the red potatoes, it comes out really good.
Yeah. So let's see here. Carol's saying food is so important. Yeah, if it's healthy. And so RFK Jr. going back and we're talking about the food and stuff, and he's talking about Make America Healthy again, and he's the one that has been very opinionated and boisterous, if you will, I guess is the right word for it. That's basically been telling everyone there's preservatives in your food and it's killing us. There's red dyes, yellow dyes, there's all this stuff. And what they're giving to the kids in the school, right? It's like all of a sudden I got to get rid of my thing here. There we go. Yeah, I hope something gets done. Buck, what are we, 2 months away?
Well, yeah, because tomorrow, what is it, the 31st, right? So tomorrow, September already. So, yeah, technically November 5th is supposed to be the election. Whether we have one is another story. So I think it's going to be crazy for the next couple of months.
Yeah, let's see what else we have. Somebody's having vegetable soup. So we went out to a restaurant with some friends the other night, and there's one gentleman that orders a soup no matter where he goes. He always tries, and he had a lobster soup or whatever you want to call it. There's a
lobster bisque.
Yes, lobster bisque. And it's the first. Now he's from my neighborhood, right? And they've been down here longer than we have. And he says they put corn in it. And he goes, I never had corn in it. And I go, was it good though? He goes, yeah, it was good. He goes, I just don't recall ever seeing corn in it. Has anybody ever had lobster bisque with corn in it?
I haven't.
Nah.
Nope.
What is D22 here saying? Is he a country boy and he eats with grandma's molasses?
Pancakes. That was like pancakes.
Oh wait, let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that.
He's a country boy. He eats grandma's pancakes with grandma's molasses.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Somebody is saying, yeah, lobster bisque, yum. It is very good. Laura says no corn. Maybe the corn fell in by accident. I don't know. I've never seen it. Anybody else have it? Is that a Southern thing?
It's gotta be. I mean, or Mexican.
Carol's saying corn is for cows, and yes. So my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, there's few things that she would never eat, and corn is one of them because when she grew up in Germany, she was on a farm and they fed it to the cows. She refused to eat it. And the other one was, I think it was a fish. She wouldn't eat fish. So I don't know why. Must have been something with the fish too. When I think of Germany, I don't think of fish because they're pretty much like meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But she did tell me stories. So she came over right after World War II, but when she was younger, and she had to be sponsored to come into this country, right? She was telling me stories that the Germans actually made her grow pot on their farm. They wanted to smoke the shit, and so they were ordered to grow it. So she's like, yeah. And it's so funny. I love to talk to her and ask her stuff about her life. That's the type of person I am. Oma, what did you do when you were younger before you came here to the United States? And then all of a sudden she was telling me, I grew pot, and her own sons didn't know it. They almost fell over. Like, what, Mom? Yeah. And so I would constantly ask her about, I love listening to somebody's life. I wish he was still around so I could, now that I know what I know 4 years later into this shit, to really find out about Germany, right?
Yeah. That's the same part. Like I was the baby of the family. So my grandparents and everyone, they're all old. And my grandfather, he was like 30. My grandfather was 30, I think 35 when he went into World War II, and he had 2 kids already. Right. And the only story I really know was he was a prisoner of war, and the regiment that freedom was as he's walking out, his brother's walking in. So that's the only story. I never really got into more stories because I was young, right? I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But I wish I would have had that time to ask him, right? I mean,
yeah. I wish I would have asked my father a lot more stories too, but my dad was a storyteller, and I kind of got that from him. When I was growing up and I got into high school, I used to talk like I was telling everybody a story. And one of my friends laughed at me one time, and I stopped doing that. But now I wish I had it back again. But Colleen over here is saying she's making 300 cheese filleds with specialty mini pies at the moment. You're all making me hungry. Well, Colleen, you've got my address, right?
Yeah, there is FedEx.
You can email them to Buck.
FedEx. I want one to eat.
Yeah. Oh, I did I pass Dantese? He said he only eats fried food. He grew up eating fried food. Not that he only eats it. It was, here it is. I grew up eating fried food. And then he goes on to say, cannabis is used for medical purposes. It's a natural plant that comes, cannabis, is that what he's trying to say? From the world. And it was used before the bull. Mm-hmm. How do you say that word, Paul? Or sorry, Buck?
Bullshit.
Medical industry was introduced. You better believe it. And who started that? The medical industry, Buck.
The Rockefellers.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I think I read somewhere they don't have access to all the moolah that they had before. Do you believe it?
What you see them? Listen. Do you see the properties they're selling?
Yes.
Rich people don't sell property, especially those type of rich people that don't have to worry about money at all. Those houses can get passed down from generation to generation. The way those egotistical, narcissistic people have to have power, and they don't give up stuff easily, let alone sell.
Yep. So Colleen's doing a fundraiser, and she's putting all of her love and magic into it. And good luck with the fundraiser tomorrow, Colleen. Let us know how it goes. So Carol Marine says, I only use lard or ghee to fry now. That's the only way my parents ever cooked was lard, right?
Yep.
You know, every growing up Italian, I don't know what nationality you are. I always hate like saying it's a certain nationality, but it's what I grew up with. They always had that jar of lard.
Or the old coffee can.
Yeah.
With the old lard from the previous fat, whether it was bacon or whatever else they cooked.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So what we're basically looking at. By the way, too, there was another story that came out with that billionaire guy. He's pulled a lot of his money from Bank of America. I think I did a short story on that. If I could try to find that again. So you know they're losing all their money. And Buck, I think you said it really well. Here, this is. I do want to show this before I jump into those other stories, just to share it with you since D22 brought it up about it. Let me just share my screen. Cannabis, it's the oil. It helps with killing cancer, diabetes, Crohn's disease, gout, glaucoma, opioids dependence, treating alcohol abuse, epilepsy, paralysis, how do you say that? I can't say that word. Asthma, adrenal disease, inflammation, bowel disease, fibromyalgia. What?
Anorexia.
Thank you. Migraines, Davo syndrome.
I can confirm that.
Deuce syndrome, multiple sclerosis, and many, many more.
What the heck is Deuce syndrome?
I don't know, and I'm so sick and tired of learning about or hearing something new that's out there. So Buck, this is interesting. I've always thought with this latest technology that we all have, we have it on our wrist, we have it in our hand and everything else. So I always thought about diabetes, and I'm having a conversation with a friend of mine about diabetes. There's type 1 and there's type 2, right?
Yep.
And they always had to prick the fingers. Do you know, I just saw a commercial out there that says you just put a watch on you and it picks up everything. You get all this information sent over to your app that's on your phone. You don't have to prick your fingers anymore. How long has that shit been around? And all these kids have been pricked for years, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, pricks like to prick, right? So,
yeah, the more pain that they can put on people, it's just it makes me want to vomit. It really does.
I did look up Deuce syndrome, and it's a seizure disorder that causes twitching in the arms and legs.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another name. There's another name for it. Lake syndrome. Something. I forgot what it's actually called. They do sell natural products. It probably has some of this cannabis oil in it, and the Amazon sells it because my husband had to take it. It's like your leg just kind of moves on its own, right? Involuntarily.
Yep. You have to have medicine for every plant. Can be probably most likely used for medicine, and that's why it's put on this earth, and they just synthesize it and make it their own crap.
Yeah, definitely. So we're coming up on an hour and a half, and we're just kind of getting into a few things right here. And we all know what this family is, and this is the story that came out on them. I'm going to shrink it up a little bit more. It says the Rothschild family is drastically pulling back in North America with its plans to close its Chicago offices. This move follows a troubling drop in deal volumes, leading to the sudden shutdown of their Miami office barely after a year of the grand opening.
Yeah.
What's going on? Come on, you guys out there. Tell me what's going on out there.
I do know that a family that's worth 70, is it billion? Like I said, don't just sell places that they just opened up. Let's see. I want to look it up right now. Let's see.
All right.
Let me see.
I'll stop it.
Let me see what what bull crap they accurate. Let's see if it's even accurately. Come on, just give me the total. I don't care about the family name or anything like that. I'm trying to just look for. They say yeah, okay, 1 billion. They're worth more than that.
Yeah, so the breaking news that I was actually talking about is what's this guy's name? Is Warren Buffett. Do you guys ever hear of him?
No. Who's that?
Yeah, so it's a $981 million of Bank of America shares. So he sold 981. So what's going to happen to Bank of America, Buck?
It's going down the tubes like every other illegal banking system that we have.
Yep. I because we bank with them. It's one of our banks. We don't have all of our eggs in one basket. And
that's when my daughter and my wife has a bank, and I've been telling her she don't want to listen.
Yeah.
But I still think, I still have they have it all right. And if we know what's around the corner, coming around the bend, I'm really not concerned because they're going to have all that information before anything really happens.
Let's
But
see.
They still got to scare us, though.
Yeah. D22 is saying Warren bought physical silver with that 981 million. Oh, is it million? Yeah. $1 million in America.
Yep.
So if in D, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I'm going to stop sharing. So it's the wealthy that buy it, and they're the ones that control the silver cost. They're the ones that get it so they can invest $981 million or whatever it is, like $21 or something like that. They are the ones controlling it because they're going to be able to buy it so low. It just makes me sick that is anyone going to take care of this dude or what?
Yeah, the karma is going to come around. The way I look at it is, if they keep on suppressing the silver, that gives me more of an opportunity to buy even junk silver. And it really ain't junk. It's going to be a lot more. That junk silver is going to be a lot more worth than the real silver is now. So even if you can't afford a $33 silver coin, you can definitely buy a 90% or what they consider junk silver for a lot cheaper, and that will be worth more in the long run too.
Yeah, so I want to follow up, and there's a lot more people here tonight than when I did my last show, and people may not have seen the last one, but I just want to get everyone's opinion on this. Honestly, think this through before answering this, and I'm sure Carol's going to have an answer to this too. So those missing milk cartons that are out there that we saw, I remember seeing it when I was little, so this is probably 70s and 80s. I don't know, Buck, did you see it when in your childhood?
Yep, we had them too, and even on the TV they would show them, right?
Yeah.
And then you always had that stupid commercial. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, they set up all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, apparently these were designed to let the pedos out there know what children were available. And what do you guys think about this? So, I'm going to be like the rest of society thinking, oh my God, these poor children, while I'm sitting there eating my cereal, I got to read all this stuff about this kid, his height, his weight, and then there's this phone number out there, and this phone number is to contact them. And each phone number, I think, may even be different out there. Let me see what it says here. And what do you guys think about this? Is it a possibility that these milk cartons were almost like the Wayfair incident, and that's about all that I'll say.
Yeah. All the other China Mart, which starts with a W.
Yeah.
You know, $1,000 shoes. I mean, who would buy $1,000 kid shoes?
Yeah, and just like Kearns is saying, these littles were up for sale and doing all this, and it makes me sick.
Yeah.
And we keep thinking that we're awake, and we keep finding this out. And then when I see something like this is coming from Q Mum MUM out on X out there, and I don't know if this person makes things up. A lot of people call her out on a lot of stuff that she says. But let's see here. It says their faces on the milk carton ID a kidnapped little, and the phone number listed is to call was a call center for the what, and they knew at the location and which little to target. So I know I'm talking really funny, but I have to because of this channel. But yeah, so it just makes me sick, and a lot of people are out there saying in 1993. No, I don't want to go there with that one. I can't do that. So what this other person here is saying is nobody, and I'm going to stop sharing this. We never got follow up to any of these kids that were ever found.
Yeah.
And who was the guy out there that was always doing these missing children? His kid was taken, and what did we come to find out about him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not so wonderful things.
Yeah, what's D22 says, Aladdin is a program created, used on the Wall Street to pick up the right stocks trades. Aladdin is 97% accurate on its picks. Oh, of course.
Or you could just follow the politicians like Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein. Well, I'm sorry. Well, she's no longer with us, right? But all you got to do is follow the politicians, and you know what stocks to invest in.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty accurate.
Yeah, I can't read that, but Kearns put something up on the screen there, and I'll take it down real shortly there. And yeah, and so the whole basis of us doing this, Buck, is to make sure that your child has a really good life, and that's the reason why I'm here. I hope
that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
Well, I was going to ask you about the shirt. What is this? Can you stand up?
It's a bunch of flamingos.
Yeah, I love it.
I got this in China Mart, actually. I was in Florida. I was in Florida with Mom shopping at Walmart, and my daughter loves flamingos, so I was like, I got to get this shirt.
Yeah. So when I was young and single, and I had my first home that I bought, a single ranch home, and I picked up a bunch of flamingos, and I had an old neighbor on one side of me and some people my age, a couple that just got married and they bought their house, and they thought it would be so funny. I had flamingos out there to steal my flamingos, and they wouldn't return them, and I go and I buy a couple more and I put them back out there. And it became a big joke. I love flamingos, and I mean, have you ever been to flamingo farms down in Florida, Buck?
I've been to a couple of zoos with flamingos, but never to a farm. I'm always finding videos online, and sending to her. I did find a cute video the other day of a baby flamingo, all white and cute. So it was kind of it was cute though. I don't think I won't be able to play it. I don't think on here.
So you're only supposed to wear linen. Someone's saying it's not linen.
Yep, Carol knows linen has it's let's just say it all comes back to frequency, right?
Right.
And anything but linen we should not be wearing, which is
that
why.
Cotton? Is that cotton when you refer to linen? Is it cotton?
No, it's like it's a different material.
Higher vibration of a material.
Yeah, linen is the highest vibration. It's not a low vibration.
Anything
else?
That rayon and all that other stuff that they sell, I gotta agree with her on that, because I went through my closet throwing out a bunch of clothes. If any of you guys don't know, a lot of those retail Kohl's. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be around, but they sold the crappiest stuff. Nothing ever fit a human body. I don't know what it was. You know, they would just send you stuff, and it's like, what the hell is this? And because everybody was buying it online and stuff like that, and at that point, I realized they're just shipping out shit that I don't know what material it's made of. Didn't make me feel good at all. And I always look for cotton. So, but you're saying linen.
Yep, linen.
Is it made in the United States?
Yeah, you can get it online. You just won't find. You know, I know Carol said sometimes you can find them in the those what's she'll probably put it in there. You won't find them in like the stores like you'll find them in like what is it?
Well, I just Googled something here. It's Charlie something. It's off brands, but it's all men's linen shirts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see here. Colleen is saying it's even harder to find than 100% cotton. You know how hard it is to find 100% cotton back in the day? I mean, I'm down in Alabama, for God's sakes. That's where you pick the cotton. And nobody's picking cotton anymore. Cotton pickers are gone.
She said all designers.
All designers.
Yep.
Secondhand stores, says Joey G56.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Secondhand stores, like, you know, stores you probably, you know, we know that are bad now, like the Salvation Army and, you know, stuff like that.
Here they're saying pure linen shirts for these guys. They look nice.
Yeah, there are a few nice ones. I just, you know, every time I go to look, though, I want to buy something else, you know, instead of a linen shirt.
Yeah. All right. So, Buck, what else you got going here for the Saturday Night Live?
I got nothing. I got nothing really. We could play some bingo.
You want to play? You want anybody out there want to play a bingo? I can give away one gift if you want to do that.
Yeah, we could finish one. We'll finish off with bingo and call it a night. We've been on an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. Let me go over to my tab for all my bingo. I have to set it up. We're just gonna play a regular bingo if that's okay with you. So this is how it's done, you guys. I'm going to throw a link in both YouTube. This will be our late night bingo here. And so I'll throw the link in YouTube and also out there. What you got to do is open up 2 tabs. Obviously, keep our show open and open another one with the bingo card. I'm only gonna make one big bingo card, and then I'll call off the numbers, and then I'll give away a gift. I'm going to give a gift out from the. Well, it could be one of Lance's products, or I call it like a door prize.
Now, Carol said cotton vibrates at 100 megahertz, while linen vibrates at 5,000 megahertz. So that's obviously a big difference.
Yeah.
The same way you paint your roof blue, certain things won't happen to your house.
All right, let's see if I can get this card here. I'm going to check it out. I don't know why it gave me words. I just want regular numbers. Hold on. I'll let you talk, Buck.
Talk. What am I going to talk about? Let's see. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday evening. Thanks for showing up and being with us tonight. And that you all have a relaxing evening after we all said and done here tonight.
Yeah.
Carol did her show today talking about linens on the show.
Oh, now, she did.
Was that on Screw Big Gov channel, Carol, or yours? Because I was kind of busy today. I haven't been on much line.
So let me just click on this to make sure I did finally get a good one. Yeah, I sure did. All right. So just to let you guys know, they've got to have at least, close to 30 people. So if anyone just wants to play, and you've got to put your bingo card. So I already got my card. My number comes up. You just got to tell me if you're playing bingo and what that card number is. YouTube, you now have the link. We're going to give you guys time at home. Rumble, the link is out there. The link is https:/mfbc.us/m/VESNKF7. All right. Just give you guys, we already got DJs is a number 11 out there.
I'm 20.
Put your number in the chat, you guys. Put your number in the chat. Zuvik, I hope you win. Zuvik's got 23. And I'm going to call the game. Wow. How did that happen?
Got 20.
Hold on.
Looks like Priscilla got 20 as well. I think Priscilla is always hogging somebody.
F7, right? Okay. Call game.
Let me see.
Wow. Let me just start this over. It's already given me some numbers out there, which I don't know why. Let me just start this all over. I got to clear my cache.
I did a different browser and I changed it and I got a 28 now.
So yeah, let me do this. Let me do this a little bit different. I'm gonna. Sorry about this, you guys. Did I just lose? Okay. Let me close that. Let me open.
Yeah, so I went to a different browser and I got a different number this time.
All right, so I think I grabbed something that was bookmarked from the last time. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I gotta go to
A new one?
free bingo. I gotta go to a new one. And I wasn't planning on doing this. Usually I have this all set up.
Oh,
Just
sorry, Janine.
That's okay. Just bear with me.
It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, you can send it to Tampa, Joey.
All right, we're going to get 75, and I'm going to call it TTP. We'll do the classic. We only get one card. If you get two cards, you're
shit out of luck.
Next step. It's 30 people could play. Let's go. All right, you guys. So Xnay on the. I'm going to put a new link in. It looks like it's the same damn link. This game doesn't always work, so I've got to find one that really works. So let me see. Is this the same link? If it is, I'll just
forget about it. If it's the same,
it's the same link. Let's. Do you want to forget about it?
Yeah, just don't matter.
I'll call the numbers.
Yeah, let's just play it.
All right.
It's not a big deal. Let me see.
All right.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go a different browser because I got 20 again.
It's giving. Me. Oh, that's why it's giving me 3 calls at a time.
I got 28 again.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on the browser you got.
Oh, this really sucks. All right, so the first one, I'm just going to go with it. It gave me the same number. Yeah, you guys, it's going to do that. So I think we've got enough people out here. I think I'll give away one of Lance's products out here, unless somebody wants this. Nutriwish. I don't know. We'll pick a prize, Buck. All right, so the first one is, the first call is, let me just go with this one here, is I-28. I-28. Okay. The next call is B3. B3. Next call is 069. 069.
That's a real good number.
Call 4 is B5. B5. Next call, B7. B7.
And no cheating, everyone.
Yeah, no lying either. I'll make it. You got to send me your card anyway. There's rules to this.
Yeah.
Next card is N44. N44. Next call, N45. N45.
45. MJ.
Next call, 064 064. I'm looking for anybody.
I don't
Next
see anything on
call.
Rumble. I can't see YouTube, but I don't see anything on Rumble yet.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, same here. Next call. B12 B12. Next call. G53 G53. Next call. I30 I30. Next call. N35 N35. Next call. G58 G58. You guys cannot lie.
Yeah, MJ, you don't have bingo.
Because you got to send me the card and you got to tell me the card number. A B11 B11. There were links out there. Were there no links in Rumble? You got to go further.
There was a link. I don't think you've reposted the second link, but it was the same link anyway.
It's the same link. B6 B6.
Yeah, Carol didn't have JQ's highlighters. He was doing a bunch of highlighting today.
Next one is B14 B14 or B14. Kearns is saying, bye. I've had enough of this. It's still early by him. Let's see here. Next one, N39 N39. Somebody wants this link. I'll give it to you, but you got to know the numbers. Maybe she wrote them down.
It's already. I don't know if you wrote them down or not.
N32. This is one game only that we're playing. TCME, take a look. I already posted it. It's under J. Steffi. So the next call.
Maybe there's no cards because it started.
B8. B with the number 8. Nobody, huh?
I can't see YouTube because I'm using my other phone. And Rumble, no.
Yeah, and G46. G46. MJ, Buckshot, you're my favorite stalky, and then she wrote stalker.
Yeah, I knew what she meant. Did see I'm used to messing up typing, so I kind of
Yeah, call 22 is 074 074. Next call B13 B13. Anybody?
Anyone more?
I24 I24.
Anybody on YouTube?
PJ Tucker is saying, I need your email, Janine. Mine was 069. I'm not sure what that means. Bach, be nice.
Was her card maybe 69? I know the number was 069 because I can't forget that number.
I don't think I have 75 cards. The next call, 061 061. MJ Truther is in the house. Where you been? I don't think we're going to get a winner here tonight.
We'll get a winner.
Next call, N34 N34.
One of us got to be close to winning. I mean, how many games are out there? How many people are playing?
That could be the truth that a lot of people are not playing. N41. That's why you called that one a while ago. N41. I think some of these are repeating. We don't have a winner here tonight.
No, we don't win. We don't win.
071. Did I call that one? 071?
Nope, you did not. I have like three or four ways I can win.
All right, I'm going to share my screen and show you what I am doing, what the calls have been. MJ Truther says Q17. Get out of here. I-29. I-29. G48. G48. Buck, anything?
No, I got three ways I can win with one number. And I'm just waiting for that. I'm just waiting for that one number.
All right, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more so people.
Sorry.
There. So I just called G48. The next call is B2. B2.
Hey, bingo!
Did you win, Buck? All right, send me a snapshot of that. Just snag it.
I got all that column in a row.
Shall we say this is rigged like you did for the other ladies?
It's always rigged.
I gotta find a better game. Somebody out there.
It was rigged long enough for me to win it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, PJ Tucker. I'm going to close this here. I'm not going to close it. I'm just going to stop sharing because I need to see those numbers here. Buck, if you want it, what did you want?
I don't know. I see that. I see that Apple Tart said she got bingo too. But
who?
Apple Tarts.
Hell, oh yeah. Well, I got to see her card, and she didn't tell me what. I didn't even know she was playing. What card number did she have?
I don't know.
I can see all that here.
Carol said it's fixed, so I don't know. I think Apple Tart's saying it's fixed. That she's saying, yeah, maybe she fixed it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Buck, let's see what we have in our little.
Nobody won on YouTube, huh?
We'll roll the dice with Buck here.
So she had 13.
Buck, I am gonna send you out of my knick-knack paddywhacks a flat Earth coaster. I'll put that in with your T-shirt.
You didn't mail my shirt yet, did you?
No, we're supposed to do another show tomorrow, so I was holding out to Monday. It'll go out on Monday.
Okay.
All right. This is what Buck won. Congratulations, says DJ.
Yeah.
Or Buck, are you a fisherman? I can send you fishing lures.
Well, since I don't know, I feel Apple Tart said she won. She can. Is she a fisher, or I'm not a fisher, but I could take the fisher stuff and give her the coaster.
Is she in the United States?
Yeah, I don't remember where she is though.
You got to be in the United States. I don't ship out of country. So, Apple Tart, where are you? Tell me what state you're in, Apple Tarts. What the hell is Apple Tarts? I never even heard of her or him.
Yeah, she's usually on JQ's show, and she's in Illinois as well.
All right, yeah. What does Apple Tarts want?
You prefer the coaster or the fishing gear? I'm not a fisherman, but a guy at my recovery center has been wanting me to fish, and he's always sending me his fishing. So I could use it because I got to get my fishing license because I do plan on going.
Well, this is a for the beginner, so it'll be perfect for you. And he's already won a T-shirt.
You made this decision for us. Coaster.
Okay, Apple Tarts wants the coaster. So let me.
Yep.
I'll take that. I'll take that out tomorrow. And Apple Tarts, this is what you got to do. You got to send me a copy of your bingo because I have all the. Let me just see here. More cards print. Oh, let's see. Invite players. View the card. Okay. Okay, I've got the actual card, what it looks like for the winners. You got to send me a copy of it, snag it, take a picture of it, whatever it is you can do. Send me an email. I'll put my email address up here. Sorry about this game was not as organized as I normally have them. And then all you got to do is send me your address. If you're in Illinois, I'll ship that out to you on Monday. And I've got Colleen. Colleen also has a T-shirt going out to her. And Buck has a T-shirt and the lures. So Buck, you're not going to be allowed to play anymore because we got to let other people win.
I know. Well, yeah, because I did one that little crystal, but that was when you had a little thingy, right?
No, well, I gave you the T-shirt because because you are.
Because I'm always on your show, and I need to represent.
Yeah,
I need to represent on other shows.
I can always send you the $1,000 bill too if you wanted that, Buck.
you keep the $1,000 bill. I want the TTP shirt. Keep the dollar bill.
Yeah, so we'll send the coaster out to Apple Tarts, and T-shirt goes to Buck along with some fishing lures. And let's see what else we have here. Who else is out there? Oh, MJ is saying this is rigged, just like the election. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. Come on.
I'm gonna snag what the winning card looks like. And also too, you guys, once you win, you go into another wheel of names for the grand prize. So these are my prizes that I'm giving away. I'm looking for sponsors. So if anybody like Carol Marine, if you want to give away a reading or whatever it is that you do with somebody, you'll be a sponsor of the program here. We'll have you on the show. You talk about it. And then I have Hula Hoop coming on. She's giving away foot baths and bars of soap that she makes. Land Shelter has some Ascent Nutrition products that I've got going out to people. Those will be in other shows out there. I have my T-shirts. I give away 2 T-shirts, and a lot of people don't claim the prizes. So that just means another prize for somebody else, and that's normal. That really is normal. Somebody's saying Buck likes Harris. All right,
maybe
Buck.
she was doing something for me that she's done numerous times.
Oh, heels up, Harris.
Yeah. I don't even. That thing. I don't even know if I can even get excited over that thing. If it's even a she.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I think that's what my husband said. He goes, and he doesn't talk that way because he thinks I'm ridiculous when I say he's a she and she's a he. He's like, oh, come on.
A he, she with a pea, she.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us on Saturday Night Live here. MJ, I'm glad that you can finally come in and join us. Buck, next time I think I'm going to give away one of these gold dollar bills to somebody.
Wow.
I'm going to keep one, and I think I'll give one away. I do have
one. Wait. So I get the fishing reels, and they get the dollar.
I do have this other dollar bill, the 2021 fight. And then on the back, it says fight. All right. Yeah. So I am looking for sponsors. If anybody out there has something, whether you do it at home or you want to, come on to the show, we'll talk about it. I'm still trying to get Hula Hooping Dr. Ken to come back on. I know Hula Hoop jumps in and jumps out, but Hula Hoop is giving away 3 foot baths out of Atlanta. She's sending you certificates through your email. How exciting is that one? Colleen says, thanks, Janine. Back to work I go. Thank you guys all. I see I got 17 people in here, Buck. It doesn't ever go beyond that. I think YouTube is laughing at me.
I think mostly everybody comes on the Rumble channel because we have 111 in there. Wait. Yeah. So we have 17 in YouTube and 111 in Rumble.
It never goes above 17. They're saying they're laughing at me is what they're doing.
I don't think they're laughing at you, Janine. I think they're telling you that you're part of the 17's letter.
Yeah. There you go. I like that one even better.
Right?
I do like that. Okay, Buck, thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to legalize marinara.
Yes.
All right, everybody, have a good evening. Have a good
Have a good night,
weekend.
everyone.
And get out and have some fun. Thank you, Buck. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.
Now we turn the page.